Starting in.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! We don't have Jim here for the music intro, so I have my bell. So,
Yeah.
all right. Welcome everybody to the Arcade Hangout, America's longest running arcade podcast in history in the world. We're up to episode 139, which is 39 more episos than
I
the
wonder
other
if they're
guy.
still playing on Elon Musk's car on space.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon Musk is still broadcasting from his interdimensional car vehicle going around the universe.
It probably feels like about 1,039 at this point. Like, oh my god. Won't those people ever fucking shut up?
So we are a group of friends that have known each other for God, I don't know how many years now. It's been a while now.
Too long sometimes.
Forever. And we like to get together on Tuesday nights and talk about classic arcade games because many of us are arcade collectors or arcade owners or name cabinet owners. And we like to talk about arcade games and movies and drink beer and vodka and wear Devo hats and other fun stuff. And usually we have a question tonight. I don't know. Are we going to do a question for Steve, each of us? Is that what we're going to do?
Maybe we ought to start with an intro to Steve, who actually is one of our founding.
Oh, yeah. Steve Barbie, a.k.a. Idaho Farmer, is here with us today, the owner of Drinkers. There he is there.
You might hear Drinkers a little bit in the background, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hear Drinkers in the background, yeah. I think, is he in his office right now?
Looks like the bar.
He's at the bar. Okay, that's why it's noisy.
He's giving us a quick view of the bar. There we go.
And I think each of us is going to throw Steve a question, and if Steve doesn't want to answer it, he's going to say pass. We'll let him do that.
I can answer pretty much anything.
Yeah, he's good. We'll be good to him. So does anybody want to start?
Yeah, let me throw him a softball.
Right.
Underhand throw here. What do you have on tap this year?
I have no idea.
Oh. Aren't you right there?
Hey, hang on. I'll tell you right now.
I bet he has Coors Light on tap.
Well, we definitely have Coors Light. All right, we're gonna play the relay game. Tell me what we have on tap.
Okay, we have Coors Light.
Coors Light.
We have Huckleberry Cream Ale.
Cream Ale.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
Blue Moon.
We have Hot Valley Citrus Mistress.
Something Citrus Mistress.
Oh, yes.
Honey Brown.
Honey Brown.
And then we have a Crux APA.
And a Crux APA.
Nice.
We had bottles of Bud Light for Dave.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you so
Yay! Cool.
I'll take a 30-gallon keg of Keith's.
Cool. Do.
Dun-dun-dun.
All right. All right, Andrew, pass it.
Well, who else has a question?
Oh, I have a question. I guess I'll ask. What newest game that you have now in your new expansion area are you most excited about putting out there?
Oh wow. I hadn't pondered that yet. I think I would probably have to say Bazooka.
Oh. Yeah, that's a cool one.
It's an old black and white. It's a Bronze Age game. I didn't even know the game existed until
heard of it.
about 6-7 months ago, and that's pretty strange because I kind of, being in the hobby as much as I am, I kind of take pride in kind of knowing a lot about stuff, and then come across a game that I just never ever heard before, and for it to be as badass as it is. I mean, it's got the whole like bazooka thing.
Oh, I'm looking at pictures of it online.
And that one came from my buddy, Too Big Your Head.
Yep.
Oh my God, there's an actual bazooka for the gun.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you actually look through, there's like a scope that you look through on it, right?
So instead of a reticle, like Seawolf has the reticle that you look through,
Uh-huh.
Bazooka has this bazooka that you aim, and it's essentially the same same aiming concept. There is a reticle that you can look through, but it's if you're a little kid and you're in it for the fun, then you're totally going to use the reticle. But if you're in it for the trying to get a high score, it's better just to aim by eyeballing it.
Right.
Nice.
Cool. Sounds like a blue shark kind of idea where remember the harpoon gun where you kind of just aim it where you want and try to shoot the different things. That's pretty cool. Cool. Okay.
Sounds like a strong contender for one of our Bronze Age games.
Yeah.
Cool.
Especially if it's that high up on Steve's list.
Oh yeah, that should have been my question. When's the list? When are we gonna get the list?
We just talked about that.
Okay. Does anybody have a question?
Yeah. So, Steve, what would be, with all your years of collecting now, what's the one game that just keeps kind of like slipping through your fingers? Like you keep almost getting it, and it just the deal falls through or whatever.
Oh gosh, I'd probably say there's two games that that I really want, that I'm really actively looking for. The first one is It's not fantasy. It's It's in that whole.
Oh, it's one of the Rockola games.
Yeah, it's
Balloon.
Pioneer Balloon.
Pioneer Balloon. No.
You don't have.
Oh,
So there's Fantasy, Pioneer Balloon. There's Nibbler.
Pioneer Balloon. Pioneer Balloon.
It is
Pioneer Balloon is one, and the other one I'm looking for is Juno First. I'd really like to find a Juno First.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I could find a Pioneer Balloon and a Juno First, I would be super stoked. Those are the two that I really, really am looking for actively right now. So
nice.
I saw part at the very end of last week's show where you guys were talking about the games that drinkers should have in the expansion or could have in the expansion. I didn't see the whole episode. So were either of those two games mentioned?
No, they weren't. We were just spending all your money, Steve.
Yeah. I'm like Star Rider.
Oh yeah, that's right. The cockpit. Right.
And then you said a Night Striker cockpit.
Night Striker, yeah.
So yeah, Gak, you were. I did hear where you said that ours was incomplete, like it was missing the front wheel.
Wasn't it something like that?
No, most of them are missing the front wheel, but the one we have is complete. So it's pretty.
Oh wow,
pretty
okay.
Cool. And what's his name? Just the Dexter guy.
Yeah.
That guy was here. He came up like with his kids.
Like Matt Owensby or something like that?
Yeah. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
And he recently got Dexter working for that game.
Wow.
So, I'd say the odds are 50-50, but we're going to give it a shot for having it here this year.
Awesome. Very cool.
Wow.
What game was he talking about with the Dexter? I missed it.
Star Rider? Is that the one you said?
Yeah.
That's the only Williams Laserdisc game, I think. I think it's the only game Williams did that made was Laserdisc. Yeah.
And they've had a lot of difficulty emulating that thing. I know Matt's been working on it. Some other people have too.
Hey, last night I was watching. I got you get email tweets, like an email from Twitter saying, "Here are some tweets you might be interested in," and you can click on a link and it takes you somewhere. And one of the tweets that recommended for me was something Billy live stream, again trying to do the Donkey Kong thing.
Oh right.
And so while I was there was this guy in the chat who's like, Are you? Because my name was Grinkers Idaho in the chat, and so the guy says, "Hey, are you really Grinkers?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, hey, Steve." And I'm like, "How do I know you?" I said, "How do I know you?" And are you on Clav? And he says, "No, I know you because I watch the Hangout all the time, and that's how I know you." So this dude knew who I was because of the Hangout.
Oh my God.
So this dude, I'm telling you, this dude's going to watch it. So, hey, dude, what's up? We chatted last night on the Billy stream.
Yeah, come into the IRC chat and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's pretty
sure.
cool.
Yeah, it was totally cool. I was like, "Whoa, that's hardcore."
Wow.
He says it's Mean Green. That's me. I said I hated Steve. He must be in the chat now. Whoever Mean
That's
Green
Mean
is.
Green. I don't remember a Mean
Hey,
Green.
what's up, dude?
Matt owns me.
Matt, no, that's his response talking about when we're talking about Dexter.
Correct.
That's cool. Yeah, that was. I always like when we get a shout out from somebody. Like when I talked about Drewster when he had his 1000th episode, and he talked about how money he gets from his channel, he's giving it to the Grinkers event as part of the cash prize, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
he gave us a positive shout out, and I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I don't know. It's just pretty cool that he did that all on his own. You know, just to be cool. So very awesome.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so who else has a question? Seabart or Dave?
Steve, did you get a captain's chair yet?
That was your wish last week, right?
Yeah, Star Trek captain's chair.
Uh-oh, look out. He's going for a walk.
Oh, I love that game. I remember where he said he was going to put it. I wonder if he put it. He might have put it in the expansion. Oh, look at that! I love it. Love it.
Oh. I don't love that.
Yeah,
it's topless.
It's complete. We pulled the top off because one of the pieces of plexi broke. So we're going to obviously have the plexi remade. Then we'll put the top back on.
Hey, did you get that from my lead or no? Was that a different one?
Yeah, this is the one that it was your lead, dude. The one that was like.
Yeah. It was in Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Wow.
No sweat. No sweat. Yeah.
We worked on
it was
that for
funny.
a while.
It's today. My one buddy who buys some lots, and somebody may have a captain's chair like cheap, but he doesn't know if the board. I go, dude, if it's cheap, I want it because I'll put it in my storage unit. I have no room for it, but I'll put it in the storage unit and let it sit there because I really like that game. I just played it in Fun Spot over the summer. I love it.
Yeah.
Something about sitting in that thing. I don't know.
So, Steve, did you pull off your old Star Trek stand-up and just leave, and you're gonna just have that one?
Not yet. That was only delivered like a week ago. So we've put the two pieces back together. So they were kind of shipped on two separate pallets, the front and the back.
Yeah.
So we unwrapped it, put the two pieces together, and kind of did an evaluation on it. It's complete. The problem is that the wiring, like the whole harness, all the wiring has been like disconnected, and like it's like pretty much re-harnessed the whole game. So we're gonna pull it to the back room probably on Saturday and spend, probably take, I don't know, 2 or 3 like kind of days worth of work to put it back together, but hopefully it should be good to go. And no, we haven't taken the old Star Trek off yet. We'll do that when that one goes on the floor. We'll take the old one off.
Okay. Well, then when you first got it in, did you test it? Like, even with the wires being messed up, did it even come up? Like, is it working or?
We know that the boards were sent out for repair and are repaired. I believe we also know that the modification on the G08 for the high voltage has not been made, so we got to make that adjustment, and we got to rewire it. So I think honestly, the probability is high. As long as we don't find that there's something missing, but we did an inventory and we're pretty sure everything's there, so we should be good. We'll be able to get it going.
I am excited. I'm even more excited now. Because when I used to go to Kalen's Arcade, that was always a game I played all the time. So I'm just as excited as Dave is for that being in. So
it's funny we're talking about because I've been thinking about it all day because my buddy, the guy that Carrie and Andrew met, the guy with the baby, he's coming to Grinkers without the baby. But he's the one who buys a bunch of lots, and he's the one because he's tall like Andrew. He can't fit in the captain's chair.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, he goes, no, I know why. I would just, sell it to flip it. I go, give it to me, man. Let me know. I'll throw it, because I can fit in that bitch. He can't. I mean, he's 6 like Andrew. They're almost looking eye to eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew has to be number 1. He can't be captain.
As long as I'm not number 2.
Well, does anybody else have another question, Steve?
I see Carrie is muted. Is that because her dogs are barking?
She's
No,
eating.
it's because I'm eating. So I muted myself so you wouldn't hear me crunching. And I'm sorry. So of course the timing is that my daughter comes home about 8:20. So I always have to leave at about 8:20 to greet her, and then I wait to warm up dinner. So I'm sorry if I missed the questions. I do have a question.
That's all we're doing is giving a question to Steve.
Or Steve.
Okay, cool. Then I'd like to pepper you with one. Hopefully it hasn't already been asked. So when you came up with this idea of like, hey, I'm going to open an arcade, what did the loved ones in your life say? Like, how did they react? I mean, you told your wife or your parents or whomever, like, what did they say?
So I guess the honest truth is that it was good because the games were getting out of the house. So that was like the silver lining. It's like yeah, I know it's kind of crazy, but you know what? All the games are going to go away. She's like, okay.
That was like one of the questions I asked Steve when I first met him. I go, so Steve, before you opened up this arcade, were you the kind of guy that had like games in the living room, games in the hall, games in the extra bedroom? And he's just like,
yeah, it wasn't. We filled up the family room and the dining room, and we had games around the perimeter of the family room and the dining room.
Oh wow!
And then like a row going down the middle.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to keep buying. I wanted to get more. I saw games just as a really incredible value. It's like, oh my gosh, I can buy like this piece of history, this piece of my childhood. I can buy that and like have it in my house, and I was just all in. And yeah, so it was. I think most of you guys know the story, but we tried to when I filled up that area, and I was trying to get like a warehouse or something, and like have a private arcade, and then I saw that the cost like to go from warehouse to an actual like public place was it was more, but it was incrementally more. So I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna spend money on a warehouse place and have a private arcade, why not spend a little bit more and have a public arcade? And that's how it all happened.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting. That was a good question.
So does he, one more? Does your wife play the games like back when they were in your house and she had them everywhere around? Did she play?
So she's I'm really fortunate that Lori remembers a lot of like, oh, I remember playing this game here. Like it's like weird places. Like there was a game. I think she played Thief at her dentist's, and so yeah, so she'd love to go to the dentist because she'd always get to play the money game.
Oh, cool.
And so there was another game that she played at the ice cream place that had the bubblegum ice cream. I don't remember which game it was, but there's like this series of things where she remembers from her childhood. Oh, I remember playing that game and that game and that game. And so she definitely has a portion of the memory of that and the nostalgia piece. So that's really been helpful because she shares that with us, and so that makes she's able to buy into the whole concept and the whole idea a lot better.
Yeah, that's cool. And I knew that she was, because she's always there, and it's fun getting to, see her. And I know she put so much work into this event too, that it's like obviously you married a really cool person, but that's awesome that she actually has the nostalgia for it also.
And she's like all of us. It's fun, right? So, and like in order of people that work their ass off for Drinkfest, it's Lori, Got to give Lori the credit for number 1, and then tied for second. It's 34K and GAC. Then I'm third, and then I'm probably not third. It's probably Dan and Game, Hat Trick and Game Fixer from the forum. Dan and Matt. Some other people are coming in to help. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say if they're coming or not. But then there's me. I'll take fourth, and then there's our staff, and so there's a lot of people that contribute a lot to Grinfest, and so GAC and 34K being like the two most talented, like wonderful people on the planet that I love so much.
Oh, he's not even here to appreciate that. But thank you, Steve.
They don't suck.
Unless you tell us.
Yeah, right.
He just said you right back.
Sorry, Cash. I'll tell you I love you more later.
Hey, Steve, have you ever found a token? Your childhood arcade, do you remember, was it quarters or tokens?
Yeah, they were like 20 Grand Palace was quarters. Goldmine at the mall was tokens. So it was like 50-50, half the arcades are quarters, half were tokens.
I was wondering if you ever gotten any game that you like, oh my god, this game could have been like a sticker, a tag, a token. I mean, if it's quarters, there's no way to tell because you buy so much and trade and all this stuff just to build up. But have you ever got like, oh my god, this was at one of those arcades I grew up? Anyone? No hints? Maybe it was.
I really like. I love. So you know how there's like two camps of people. There's like I want to restore all my games and make them brand new again. And there's the people that like the patina and like the age of them and like the history. I like it when the game comes with like tack sticker or like operator sticker, and you can kind of see where it came from. I've seen a couple games that have come from operators that I know worked the Southern California area when I was a kid. So there's a chance that I played on that game when I was a kid, but the LA area is so big, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was like a specific token, like, oh my god, look at this, this was in here, this was.
I'd love to find an actual like a pure like that's a match for sure. I know this game was there. That would be so epic, but that has not happened to me. And given that I'm in Idaho now and I grew up in essentially LA, I don't expect. My chances are very good, probably, unfortunately.
Hey, Steve, did you see the post I showed on the Disneyland auction items that went up?
That epic. I wanted to get the People Mover car. It sold for like $250,000.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, David Copperfield bought the giant D for the Hotel D. Yeah, the classic. Or I forget, it was a ridiculous amount for that.
Yeah.
And the mini Atomobile that was inside the Mighty Microscope went for $20,000.
That's nuts.
I know, but it's one of a kind.
That might sell for $100,000 in 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. You never know. I mean, it's the one of a kind thing,
Yeah, it's a piece of history.
Totally.
And there's so many Disney fanatics out there.
Oh, now it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, they even sold the original Sea Serpent from the submarine ride that was for sale. It's unbelievable.
Face.
Yeah, the wacky faced one. Yep. The eyeballs that spun, and yeah, they had some really neat things. They had an actual working animatronic bird from the Tiki Room. You pushed a button and it went through the first opening song, and then it would stop. And then it would stop.
Awesome.
And that went for a ridiculous amount. I posted on Facebook a link to the website. I can find it if you guys want to look it up. But it shows like all the items in the auction and what they all went for. But it was definitely a very expensive auction.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Sure. I actually registered to bid. There was a Tiki Room sign. And it's just like the Tiki Room, and it's like the next Tiki Room show will be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And the starting bid was like, $250. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe like, $400 or $500 or maybe like $700. And it sold for like $28,000 or something.
Yeah, crazy.
For a sign.
Wow.
Oh,
for a sign. Yeah.
We need Jim's sound effect. What?
Yeah. Like everything Disney. This is incredibly overpriced.
It was a very impressive collection, though. They had weird stuff like one of the little devils from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and they had a doom buggy from the Haunted Mansion. You know, a People Mover car, Space Mountain car. You know, all sorts of stuff. It was.
Wait, so there's no more Space Mountain at Disneyland? I don't know. Disney,
no. These are the old ones that they decommission, and then they usually sell them to different collectors and stuff. So this one collector who's a multimillionaire decided to off his collection. He's getting older, old. And
this was all part of someone else's private collection.
It was this guy who had this crazy collection. I'll post the link so you can kind of thumb through the items because it's all in a PDF. But
sorry, I had to drop the sound on Steve before we get booted.
Oh right, yeah.
Journey.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, why are you doing that? Okay, yeah, the song.
And I can bring him back up, but
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Because when he's not there, it's more of
that. Yeah, let's see here. See if I can find the.
You know what's funny? You're talking about this auction, which all this stuff. I had to help my buddy today. He paid $30. It's like the county, like when they close a building. This was a building where, like, people made furniture who has special needs, and the county closed it. So $30 he paid for all. He paid $1 for all this crap, and like he had a trailer in his pickup truck, and I'm like, he goes, yeah, I paid $1 for this, like a stainless steel like drinking fountain, and all this crazy stuff. And there was these lockers that were like mint. And they must have got them like in the last 10 years. He goes, yeah, those went for $3. I go, you didn't get? He goes, I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I go, these things are amazing. They had keys and everything. They were like, could have made like a man room. I mean, they were. It's just the county. He's addicted to all this shit. Most of he took to the scrapyard, but he kept.
So I posted a link where you can flip through the pages of the auction of what was in the auction, and if you just scroll down a little bit, it's underneath the word "Order your catalogs" below. But it was just a crazy amount of shit that they auctioned off. Starts out with just paper stuff, but I mean, they had there's the D. Oh man! But anyway, I know Steve's into Disneyland, so I had to ask him if he checked that out.
So Necros in our chat is asking where you grew up in Southern California, what region?
Hey, it's Necros. I always chat with Necros. So I usually get to the chat like.
And he's coming this year.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's up, Necros? How's it going, man? So I'm going to answer that question, but I wanted to talk about one thing that was at the same time it's going to give away where I grew up. But I was sad there wasn't anything from the Starcade from Disneyland.
Except for the space place. That's the only thing that the sign for the space place, but that's kind of like adjacent. Yeah.
So I wish there was something, because they had until like 5 years ago, they had the old change booths. They had the change booths were there for a long time. I was like, oh, maybe they're going to have the change booth. I would love to have a change booth from the Starcade at Disneyland. That would be epic.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Valley. I grew up in Woodland Hills. So I grew up about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from LA. So suburb of Los Angeles, Woodland Hills, California.
Yeah,
great place to grow up, but I would not want to live there now. I love living here.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Disneyland too. So
yeah, it's about an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, I'm an hour away. Necros also had another question. He wanted to know about your Neo Geo system. Do you have is it a 1 slot, or how many slot do you have? I forget.
So we have one slot, and we have 1 2 slot. So we have 2 Neo Geo systems. One's a 1 slot, one's a 2 slot. The the single slot has like Metal Slug 3, and the 2 slot has Aero Fighters and Samurai Showdown, whatever.
Okay. and also the last question out of that was, do you own a Blazing Lasers cart for that?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right, because we're talking about like maybe putting in shooters for the tournament. We're trying to think of what shooters are at Drinkers. So we're just kind of throwing things out there like, well, he has a Neo Geo that has shooters, that kind of thing. So
yeah, whatever you guys want to do is cool with me. Neo Geo is I like the whole concept. I like the games, but I don't have a personal passion for that platform.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you guys want to swap out one of the things we have with something else and throw it in the tournament, I'm totally cool with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. How about this? For shooters, what would you say is your most challenging shooter you think you have on the in the place? Can you?
I don't think I'm well versed enough on shooters to give you an answer. I mean, we've got there's side scrollers and there's top scrollers, and those all qualify as shooters, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
R-Type, Gradius, 1942, 1943. You guys know, what else do we have?
Yeah, we're just trying to think of what would be good to put in the tournament that people won't just marathon through.
Did you say is it Darius? Is that one of them too?
Yeah, we have Darius.
And of course, Galaga, right?
That'll be marathoned.
Right, totally, yeah.
If Galaga is a shooter, then Moon Cresta would also be a shooter.
Yeah,
I love that game.
Yeah.
Moon Cresta.
There was a new one you had that I think you just got it in when I came out to visit at the end of May, and it was like in kind of a cabaret cabinet. Maybe I have it confused. No, it was a different one. It was on the far wall. I can't remember what it was called now.
It's a cabaret.
I don't think it was. I had them confused because there's that. I don't think it's called Satan of Saturn. It's the other version of that. Crafty
Where
Mech.
was it? What was next to it?
It was kind of in the middle of the room, actually.
Which room?
The new expansion. Yeah. I can't remember now. I'll think of it.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Megattack.
Megattack. There we go. Yes. Yeah. That's pretty fun.
Megattack?
Yeah. That's a pretty fun game, and I'd never played that one before.
Yeah, Megattack would be cool. Megattack would be cool, and the one I just mentioned, which was what I just mentioned, Moon Cresta.
Moon Cresta, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Heard of that one.
We did Moon Cresta in one of our little weekly tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We used to do that.
Yeah.
When we used to have a tracking system.
Yeah, no comment.
Yeah, well.
Sorry, everybody.
Good. Yeah.
Sorry you put all your games in there.
We were having such a nice time.
Sorry it's gone. Anyway. Anybody else have a question for Steve?
So I don't know if this was asked. So what game has eluded you? What is it that you're still? Do you have anything that you're like, oh, I really want, but you haven't been able to get?
It was asked. I gave 2 answers. I'll give you the third now. So the first one was Pioneer Balloon. The second one was Juno First, and the third one I'll give you a new one. Let's see, probably. I would probably say, I should do is I should go to my signature line in my cloth and make sure I can get the right.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch. There's probably 9 or 10 games that I would like to find.
I think,
you know what? Forget it. I'll tell you right now. It's probably a Domino Man, the Tapper.
Oh yeah.
Timber.
All 3 of them side by side would be pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. So Domino Man, Juno first, and
Pioneer Balloon.
yeah, the third one.
I think you've been looking for a dedicated Major Havoc for a while. Those are.
Oh yeah, I want to. I'd love to find a dedicated Major Havoc for sure. I'm kind of a purist, and so I want like an original one.
Right.
So and that's like that's $5,000 probably, right?
Yeah.
So,
Or more.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
it's like buying a freaking car. It's out of
I know.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I'm
nuts.
sure I've seen it. I think everybody's seen it over the last 3, 4, 5 years. Man, prices have doubled, tripled, quadrupled. Man, it's just crazy.
Steve, did you hear our show? We talked about when we went to CAX, and they had a speaker. It was the guy that created Major Havoc. I forget
Owen
his name
Rubin.
right now. Owen Rubin. That's it.
with the new levels.
Yeah, the ending to the game, and Gak played a video, showed some of it.
And the guy who actually I videoed playing it, he's actually going to Grinkers. This is his first year going.
Oh, nice.
So,
So we gotta bug him to play some Major Havoc because he's so good at it.
Yeah. Except for there isn't one there.
There isn't. I thought
Yeah.
Steve had I thought he had a spin dial one. Oh, okay.
No, he used. I think.
did.
Well,
I saw
Andrew
that
has
as
the
an
one
asshole.
he used to have, right?
I have a Grinkers Major Havoc here. Yes. I don't know if it actually was on the floor.
You
of the ladder,
bastard!
But
Yeah, it was.
You put that back.
When we first opened, it was near where Street Fighter 2 goes.
Mm.
So if you know where Street Fighter 2 is,
Yep.
that's where Major Havoc used to be.
Well, so much for that.
that would have been cool. I would like to see someone
No,
actually do that live.
But I
That would
think
be-
that dude's really good at a lot of games. So
Really?
he posted a score he got on Star Wars, I think, and it was a ridiculous, like 10 billion or something insane. Yeah. Oh, I hear some poison.
Yeah, keep talking so we don't get booted.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So once I was bitten,
Yeah. All right. So, so
Hey, you
another
guys-
question for you, Steve, real quick. This is actually a follow up because you were talking about like when you find the tags on there, everything in your place is so gorgeous. Do you when you get a machine that has like an operator's old tag on it, do you leave it on for that like nostalgia, or do you clean it off? You
Yeah,
leave
we
it on?
always leave it on.
That's awesome.
The only time we'll take it off is if it's on the marquee itself. So if it blocks the art from the marquee, we'll get a bunch of whatever that stuff is.
goof off or something.
Yeah.
To remove
Goof
it.
off, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll get rid of it. So if it's on the marquee, it goes. And if it's anywhere else in the game, we delete it for sure.
Cool.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
like
think we
what
should
like,
start
sort
a
of like the
thread. I
game's
think
providence kind of thing. It's like
Yeah.
history. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to start a thread where it's only post photos of your operator stickers and your tax stickers. That's it.
Right. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I love that. I love that stuff so much. I would love to
Yeah.
have a thread like that. That'd be totally cool.
Yeah, I think my Major Havoc, or not Major Havoc, my Forgotten Worlds has the original. God, which arcade is it? It's like actually a metal badge on the side of it that I left on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it was Aladdin's Castle.
Yep.
Some of the metal badge ones
I remember that.
were I think they call them assets or something like that because they were used in film, like in TV sets and stuff. I remember a friend having he had a kangaroo that had it was like a prop. I can't remember what it said, but it's something to do with a television prop. It was just a game that was in the background of some TV show at one time. Did you guys happen to catch that thread? A guy recently got it was a missile command, and it was like gonna go to the dump or something like that. He got it for free, I think, and it was used. There was a TV show called Chuck that ran for some years. There was an episode where he was playing. There was an episode where he was playing Missile Command. So they used that Missile Command in only one episode, and then it probably sat on the backstage lot for years. Yeah. And then this guy just happened to get it for free. So kind of neat, 'cause it had markings on the control panel that he found in the show that prove that it's unique and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
So is that definitely a prop? My Tempest has a metal tag on the back that says prop, and it came from California, Southern California.
Yeah,
somebody told me that was a property, but I wasn't sure. Like they had some operators. Like
that could be.
Like I thought it was prop too. That's why when you said that, I mean it could probably go either way.
I don't remember the exact term it said, but
mine says prop.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, the back of my Tempest definitely says prop.
Huh. That's cool.
I mean, I was hoping I got a boner when I thought it was in a movie. But then I heard it was,
or a TV
property.
show.
Yeah, yours was on Silver Spoons.
Or Stranger Things, or Big Bang Theory, or
Starcade. I mean, that would have been
that 80s show. Starcade.
Sidebar, I just saw that movie Kin over the weekend, K-I-N, and there's a scene where the kid is playing in a small arcade, and he's playing a Terminator 2, and right next to it is a Joust. And the Terminator 2 has kind of relevance to the movie, actually. It's kind of funny. But I'm pretty sure they both had LCD screens. Yeah, they always do that.
Oh, yeah.
For reason to
How was the movie? Was it good?
I thought it was pretty good. It was entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah, not award-winning or anything. But yeah.
No Oscar?
No. I'll say it has sort of a tie-in to Terminator. We'll just say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's talk Grinkfest a little bit, right? We're, I think, a little over 5 weeks away. So 5 weeks and 1 or 2 days from now, some of us are going to start showing up. Does that make you nervous, Steve? He's kind of like, oh shit.
No. I learned like at Grinkfest 3 that it's best just to let it happen.
Yeah, right. It's got a little bit of a rapey vibe.
Yes, right.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Somebody comes up.
Right.
Has anybody ever barfed on a game at Grinkers? Not maybe Grinkfest, but at any time. Has there been like a party there? Like this guy puked all over the game? No, does it happen?
We've never
making noise like this.
Hey, Jim Houdini's here. Hey, Jim, how's it going, man?
Hey, no sound effects. You turn your camera on.
Yeah. Fuck that.
You know the rule.
No, nobody.
I get to play sounds when I'm eating. Yeah.
or being naked.
Well, maybe. Why not both?
Yeah. Don't fry bacon naked.
Naked. Peanut butter, Hershey syrup.
Anything else?
Jim, do you have a question for Steve?
Do I have a question for Steve? No, he has all the games that I requested, so we're good.
Okay, all right.
I went to. I did.
Well, actually, I do have a question. I may be like one of the earliest people there on Thursday. I'm arriving Wednesday night. So, are you going to be there
on Thursday?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
What time do you guys open? Like 11?
Yeah, we open at 11 every day. 7 days a week. We open at 11.
Excellent.
Yeah, the week leading up to Grinkfest, I'll be here pretty much every day. So yeah, I'll see you.
Awesome.
When you get here, no problemo.
Awesome. I'll be the one person waiting outside for the store to open. Come on.
Like the old Mervin's commercial. Open. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All of us who know Mervin's.
Yeah.
Was that countrywide? I don't know. Was that throughout the nation?
I think it was
Mervin's?
Mervin's, or I think.
We'll
Yeah.
probably be there at 9 a.m. on Thursday. So if you want to like just
I'll
come,
just
come
slam
to
on the door. Yeah.
come to the back, and we'll let you in the back.
Ooh, the
And
back.
you can,
I like the sound of that.
A little back entry for you, Jim.
Yay. Privileges. I'm VIP, bitches.
Never mind. Invitation withdrawn.
Yeah.
Grinker serves breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my first beer at like 10 a.m. I'm going to be so lit by the time people start arriving. Like, and that could even be like 2 in the afternoon. And I'm like, oh, great. I got to stack up on drink aids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ship
We'll
it
get some
to the
shipped.
hotel. Oh, no, you don't have a hotel. You
No,
have to
but
take it with you.
I think one of you, Steve, Mock, I think it was you, that had the brilliant idea of shipping it to one of the Amazon lockers. That's what I was planning on doing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
that was
I
super
don't even know
smart.
what that
Whoever thought
is.
of that. We'll go with you, Mock.
Explain that.
I'll take it.
What the fuck's an Amazon locker?
Oh, an Amazon locker is where you can. It's basically lockers in usually different stores that you can ship it there. So it's nice if you have concerns about like having packages arrive at your place and then end up sitting out on your doorstep. You know, if you don't live in a secure area, or if you live out in the boonies, you can have it like the Safeway by me, our grocery store. Has Amazon lockers, and you can choose an Amazon locker in different areas that are near you, and as long as there's availability in the locker, it will ship there for free. I mean, well, the shipping isn't free unless you have Prime, but
Sure.
But you don't have to pay any extra to have it go to the
Oh,
locker,
that's cool.
right? So we can just have it
genius.
shipped to a locker.
I can see Andrew doing that to avoid porch thieves.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
They happen like at 7-Elevens and grocery stores and all kinds of stuff. It's like a bus station locker setup.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they give you a code. I actually
code,
did it once
yeah.
because I needed to get something sent like overnight, and because I live out in the boonies, it was going to be anything takes an extra day to get to me. So by having it shipped to the locker, I could actually just drive to the nearby town, pick it up, and then come in. A good guitar solo.
So I think all the rest of us have been there before, except for we are going to have a new guy going there this year, right, Seabart?
Yes.
Yes,
All
Art,
right.
who's your friend that's going?
And
Oh,
I
wait, what
expect
are we
nothing
saying?
less than to get drunk and play games with you guys. Entire time.
Just one or the other.
As
I'm
soon as
sorry,
I
you
see
can't do
him,
both.
As soon as I see two particular people, you owe me a giant frickin' bear hug. That's Jim.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
I've been hearing about these
so
How do
Dean
I
is
get
deals.
wrapped
showing
into
us
this
something
mess?
here real quick.
If you think about it, Seabart's
That's
been there in spirit since, like, I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
second Grinkers. Because he
Yeah.
sent those CDs, or the DVDs
Yes.
to Don.
Yeah.
I remember when
That,
Don got
Every,
them.
every year, put up
Journey
with this.
set, right?
The Journey to Journey or something like that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's it.
so Seabart, when are
Episode
you
5.
when are you getting in?
I get in at on
What
a
day?
flight manifesting. The time is local.
It should be.
Okay, so I get in.
He's the experienced
just after
air
1 o'clock.
traveler.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
what day?
Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Wow.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Try that again. And Thursday just after 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah,
When I
tons
get
of
there.
people are getting in about that same time.
Yeah, me too.
Seabart, where
One
are you
o'clock.
connecting through? What
Steve
city?
was chugging a pint there.
Chicago.
Wait, are you going on American?
United.
All right. Okay.
So you guys are arriving about the same time. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, United. I get in Chicago at 8:12 a.m.
Who's that fucking United? I gotta look at that shit. I might be on your
So-
flight, Seabart.
So Seabart, I think I might. I'm not sure if I caught it or not. Are you staying at the same place with Gleek and the rest of us?
Hoping Necros can. Oh, hold on. In chat. Necros, he won't
Yep.
talk.
So that's going to be the off-site party house apparently. so it's
boy.
Bleak,
Although
Necros, myself, my son Seth, and then it sounds like you too, Chris Seabart.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
well, I don't think it could be too much of a party, right? Because aren't you guys in like an area where the owner is too? Like I thought it was actually an owner
I'll
occupied.
pretend I didn't hear that.
Okay.
No, I mean, who we kidding? We're spending most of our time. We shut down drinkers every night. So,
Worst case scenario, Steve, do you have a cot that I could borrow? Like, switch it in between a couple of the cabs.
Sleep in the captain's chair.
I've made a bed out of cardboard boxes and milk crates.
The Missile Command cockpit, I think, is usually the #1 choice.
That's a great spot.
Do you want me to bring a more powerful bathroom fan there, just in case?
That's
Or
maybe
could be
not
a
a bad
fan
idea.
for the E-dot.
Like a gallon of free.
Oh, you don't want to blow that stink into further into the
Good point,
drinkers.
good
though.
point, good point.
The whole place would stink like that then.
So to talk some numbers real quick, we closed the VIP last Friday. We actually had one more squeak in this morning that begged.
A squeaker.
There's always one or two.
Yes. So our total pre-registered list as of today is 105 people. So
Nice.
I mean,
So the
right up
numbers
there
are
with
low
what we
this year.
do every year, if not more. And we've got, I think, about 15 more people that we're waiting on the confirmation, but you know, it's awesome. So and a lot of those people, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the people actually do the VIP, which helps tremendous to get all that extra bonus stuff. So we got lots of little fun things that we'll be surprising everybody with there. So good times. Yeah. So now we're getting down to the wire now. You know, we're 5 weeks out. So
We should say a huge shout out to all of our VIP people because, like, I mean, honestly, you guys are funding it. I mean, obviously, Steve, we wouldn't have a place to do this. And Steve, puts a huge amount of his own time and money and effort into the thing. But the VIPs, like, you guys pay for all the extra stuff that we get.
I mean, like the banner, for example. I mean, that just makes it feel like a legit thing when you walk up and you got the banner, the event banner. You know, that's funded by VIP money. So and you know, like we said, we're doing new this year. Instead of the plastic cups, we're doing actual pint glasses. So those are going to be awesome. Stickers, posters, all that good stuff. So yeah, and then Mock has been working with Keith also about the trophies in this year. Those are kick-ass, man. That really makes it legit.
The first place ones should light up again. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, very cool.
Taken off of Andrew's design, so it's going to be. They're going to look at kick-ass, I think.
Yeah. Man, I hope something changes with Keith and he can make it this year.
Yeah. It's just he's got too much going on this year, unfortunately. But yeah.
Well, I'll drink an extra 6 or 8 for him.
Yes. I'll have a spicy Italian for him.
There you go.
So, Steve, do you have any questions for us about the event or anything? Guess that's a no.
He's increased accommodations with more games, which is kick ass, right?
Yeah.
And are the bathrooms done or getting close? I don't know.
Yeah, they should be done.
What bathrooms?
Outhouses.
You know, the expansion would have been done for in half the time, at half the cost, if it wasn't for City Hall. I mean, it's just
really.
Yeah, it's brutal. The hoops they make you jump through to get stuff done, just really. I mean, it's amazing that anybody gets anything done.
Yeah.
But I jump through the hoops and I do what I have to do, and it's just the price you pay. So.
Fuck you!
Yeah, no shit, man. Fuck you.
Everybody get their piece of the pie. All the inspectors, they got no job if they don't come out.
Yep.
Yeah. We should have Orange Whip on right now, too.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking of him because, you know, we pretty much haven't seen him in like 3 months now or something. because he's kind of in the early stages of what you have. You know, he's opening an arcade. He's renovating his space.
Getting his
I think
games
he said it's
ready.
around a little over 2,000 square feet, 2,500 square feet, something like that. So, but he's got to totally renovate the entire room and bathrooms and stuff and all that.
Yeah, he was in a food safety class today.
Yes,
I don't know if you had to do anything like that, Steve, but
I did actually. I had to, in order to get the license, somebody had to go to the food safety class, and I did. It was like 3 hours, and I'm like sitting there in this like little room, like with like 7 or 8 other people talking about food safety for 3 hours. So are we talking about Orange Whip?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so Brad
so
Orange Whip, he's been trying to open an arcade up in Vancouver for 2 years now or something, right? I think.
Yeah, no, he talked to me about it 2 years ago. He must have. Did he try for a place and then not get it, and then try
That happened like 2 or 3 times, I think, before he finally got the place he's at now.
He had a lot of red tape to go through.
Yeah,
that's cool though. I'm excited for him. That's gonna be fun.
They are.
Like a 4,000-meter roll of red tape.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. His is, I think, the first arcade in the whole region, because there was regulations against it, and they had to basically roll those back.
The old laws that are like stupid.
Yeah.
That it's considered gambling
devices. Yeah.
So, you know, Steve, the last 2 years, we did this kind of NAT thing where we get together and, you know, do our silly games that we play. Last year was in Denver, Colorado. This year was in San Diego. And fingers crossed, Orange Whip can pull it off next summer. We'll be doing one up in Vancouver at his arcade. So hopefully he'll have it ready. And, you know, the more people, the merry, including you. So
yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd love to see his arcade. You had that at Griffin's house, right?
Yeah, it was. The first night was at Griffin's. Second night was at Steve's. Or sorry, Keith's. And then third night was at Steve's.
We didn't do a tournament. We just drank beers and hung out.
Pretty much, yeah. We attempted to do tournament stuff.
Yeah, and that was after banning, because we went to Arcade Expo as a big group. So we got our game
the first 2 nights, pretty much. So, but yeah.
Keith had like certificates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys did banning and 3 personal arcades in the same trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impactful.
It was a lot.
Well, Keith and I live next to each other almost. So.
Yeah, you guys are like 5 or 10 minute drive away from each other.
It's real close. So. But we had a big pinball tournament the second day at Keith's, because Keith has like 12 pinball tables or something like that. So it was neck and neck. Well, Carrie was just dominating the whole night.
Oh yeah.
And
I was on a roll.
Somehow,
my God.
Nick, his name fit him that night for sure.
He pulled off the win.
He was sandbagging. He was sandbagging the whole night. Yeah, and it came down to the last game. I forgot how many games, whatever it was. It was like best 2 out of 3, or on the machines. And oh man, he took me on the last game. Yeah. I had a bad ball. It just takes one bad ball, and you're sunk.
Give it detention. Yeah, we were rooting.
Yeah.
Carry on that one, but that was still fun though.
And I have my second place certificate proudly displayed in my arcade. So, and I'm sure that Nick has his first place proudly displayed in his. So, maybe I'll make him buy me a drink when we're at Grinkers this year.
There you go.
Yeah, he owes me a beer.
Steve, did you hear about what Orange Whip's going to do for food at his arcade? He's doing a nacho bar with poutine.
Is he really with poutine?
Yeah, so it's going to be a nacho bar with poutine as well. So you can put gravy or nacho cheese or cheese curds or different types of meat, like shredded pork and all sorts of stuff. So
you haven't lived until you tried poutine. You haven't had.
And it's a serve yourself thing.
He said it's a nacho bar. I
think it's a build your own. Maybe it's like you go through and you say, I want this, I want that.
I'm scared because I imagine all these like preteen kids all running around, putting their hands in everything.
I'm sure. I'm sure that it would be like you have to point.
Like a Chipotle kind of thing.
Yeah,
They do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm sure it would be like that.
But not a
That
technically a
health
scissors
safety
class.
So.
Yes, that's right. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Everything will be safe.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping we're going to be able next year to go check out his place.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So Steve, when Grinkers opened, did you immediately have the sandwich and the beer and wine license, or did you have to stagger it all?
No, we opened with our kitchen and our beer. So
okay.
Yeah, that was the nice part about construction taking 4 months, because it gave you plenty of time to get everything else in order, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you were saying that the new edition is going to be, despite all the red tape, you're going to be good to go with the bathrooms and the everything by the time we descend.
Unless something bad happens, 100%. Yeah, we're a little bit ahead of schedule and looking good. So everything should be done by the time you guys get here.
Oh, great.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
do we get any sneak previews of some games we have to look forward to that you're putting in that room? Or are you gonna wait?
I can tell you guys some more if you want. We have
just a couple.
Couple, sure. Whoops. There we go.
Don't drag on the floor.
We have this game called Blackout.
Yeah.
It's so silent and black screen.
I think. Yeah, there's a lot of
beer.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who play Blackout at Crinkers.
Yes.
It's a very popular game there.
They get the GAC award.
I don't know. GAC's going to have some competition this year.
Yeah, I hope so. I've been very happy to have competition blow away my, my prior years.
Two more. There's a Tail Gunner, which is an awesome vector game. Love Tail Gunner. So much fun. It's on a joystick. It's like a reticle, like you're like flying a remote control airplane or something.
Yeah, it's like a mini gimbal stick, right?
Yeah, it's a gimbal. Yeah,
so
super
cool.
sensitive. Yeah,
I love that. I love games with unique controls. That's why I like Bazooka. I like Tail Gunner because they have a unique, like a Skydiver. Any game with like a unique control mechanism, I'm a sucker for those games. Like right off the bat. So Tail Gunner, I love that game. I'm really excited to have that here. And next to it, we have a Colony 7, which is a old school Tato game.
Oh, you got a Colony 7.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for Colony 7. Oh, that'd be another game I want. Is Lunar Rescue. I need a Lunar Rescue to finish that era of Tato games.
The Tatos, right?
Yep.
Of moon games.
So yeah, those are. There's a lot. There's I think almost 40, 45 new games. So there's a bunch of stuff. So, but those two games I like. They're right next to each other because I love those two games. So I'm like, I'm gonna put the Tail Gunner next to the Colony 7, and they're gonna look so cool together. And they do. They look so rad. I'm so excited. I love
so the Tail Gunner, that's the upright, right?
Yeah, it's upright Tail Gunner. Right next to the Colony 7, and they look awesome together.
Oh, sweet! I'll be able to play it.
Yes.
Instead of the one I had to cram myself into at CAX.
Yes. That. And is there a difference? It's called Tail Gunner 2, I think. The cockpit. Is there a difference between them?
I don't know.
I think it's the same exact gameplay. One's just an upright. One's a cockpit.
The cockpit, right?
I couldn't tell the difference between the two. I played them both. Yeah. That control, like Steve talks about unique controls. That's like, to me, what I can remember being the first real, like, kind of analog control. I mean, the joystick is so super sensitive, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's different than just on off. Yeah.
Do you have one of those on your main cabinet?
I'm
one? He's got 6 of them. What are you talking about?
Yeah. They're all out the sides. Yeah. Like a foosball table. It's really cool.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of like what a food fight stick does, right? It's not 100% on or off. You can kind of slowly move the joystick in that direction, and it'll pick up pace.
Yeah.
The Hall effect.
Right, there you go. Yep.
Steve, do you have an anteater?
Yeah,
No. I'm working on spiders. You guys ever heard of spiders?
I love spiders. That's all. I think we talked
there was
about
one
that
around
when
here
I was
just a
out
second ago, actually.
Is that a shooter?
Yes.
Little one, about that big. Yeah.
Shoots web.
To me, it sort of feels like Galaxian in the beginning, but it gets way more frantic. Like I love it.
I found an original spiders cabinet with no board, and from somewhere else I found a board, and that's 50-50 at this point, but
Yeah.
At some point we'll have a spiders.
Yeah, that'd be
Just not
awesome.
Sure on the timing.
Yeah, I love that game.
To go with your frogs.
Yes, there you go.
I know, no,
there should be a
no
whole
anteater.
insect row.
That's right.
have an
Black Widow should be over there too.
Right? Yeah.
The insect corner.
Yeah, right. Something a centipede.
Oh, that would be a
Widow.
fun
Boxing bugs.
Yes. Yeah.
Black Widow.
Somebody wants to donate an anteater board if you can get it working by Grinkfest. And he's going to donate it, but he did buy the art package, which he'll sell to you at a loss if you want it for a Stern cabinet. But he'll donate the anteater board, but you got to buy the art package for $50 less than he paid for it, just because he bought it. But he's got a spare anteater board.
Does it have the marquee and the bezel and the CPO?
He's in the chat. Let's see. That's a good question.
Crotch shot number 2.
Nope, number 2.
All right.
3.
3, 4, hold on.
Only one per session. You have to have rules here.
Yeah,
I'm counting that all as number 2.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't do it. He can't do it on purpose, because then that takes the sport out of it. It has to be the unintentional crotch shot.
But now he's going to be so self-conscious of it. Yeah. Crotch conscious.
No, it won't matter. He'll still end up doing the.
Yeah.
Just from the arcade games that I can see behind Steve, I can see it. I know exactly where he's sitting.
Yeah, next to the loudest games. Usually has those Donkey Kongs up to like volume 30.
Or the Xevious in the corner to his left.
That's my spot, man. I hang out right there.
The corner, yeah.
Right there, dude. That's my spot.
Yeah.
And the other side is
That's usually where I come up behind you and fondle your earlobes.
Sam sits on the other corner.
I gotta ask him what kind of tuna fish he uses, because I love that tuna sub. I want it.
Really? I've never had a tuna sub there.
Oh, I had it. That was the first
canned
thing.
chicken of the sea.
Oh man, it was.
I'm
delicious.
scared to get a tuna sandwich anywhere. I don't know.
It'd be
Sometimes
safe
they're
there.
like,
He's had the class.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Andrew, if you can hear us, you could mute him while he's gone.
Here, I can mute him.
Oh, can
Damn,
you? Oh, awesome.
I missed my opportunity to play the toilet flush sound
Lay
effect
it
in the
down.
bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, just until he comes back.
Yeah.
Guitar solo.
Hair bands.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude,
That
that
was
was
more like a
rad.
saxophone. What I did. That's not really a guitar.
You got the Teen Wolf shirt on.
Yes, I did it for you, Dave.
Oh, I love it. I've never seen it.
Actually, I just ordered it like a week or two ago, so I haven't had it. This is my first chance to wear it.
What were the other shirts he wore?
And you have to have the glasses to match.
He had that the ones with like the blinds on them or whatever. He had that he had that like teal one, but I can't remember what. Oh, it was actually like a Teen Wolf branded shirt.
Was that the only like text comic one? And I thought there was more than one.
I don't know. I think there's probably more than one.
Well, the cover of the VHS tape and the movie poster had this cool cartoon wolf thing, and I thought it was going to be in the movie for the T-shirts, and instead they went with this crappy drawn Wolfman guy. You know, I'm like, because that came later in marketing. They made that.
You might
So
want
it's
to
too bad they didn't
unmute,
make that
Steve.
earlier.
The Wolfmobile. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I suppose.
I want to get the basketball jersey.
Steve, you have to unmute
the Beavers.
Steve, you have to
Beaver Town.
you have to unmute yourself, Steve. Just click on that little arrow on your picture.
On your
and
thumbnail
unmute it.
there.
Almost there. Nope.
It might be at the top. Is it red at the top?
Move your cursor to the top of the top
target
and click the one that looks like a microphone.
Yeah,
Stay on target.
Too close. It might be at the top.
It actually sounds an awful lot like you, Gak. I never realized that.
I really like the one with the Slurpees, that whatever the YouTube thing where the guy's got the drink. Anyone ever see that? Stay on target. He's got the big gulp.
Really? There he goes.
Oh, bingo. We got you there.
Yay.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah, post, edit, and post.
Yeah, for you. I remember when we used to edit stuff. That was
Steve, he does have the marquee, the CPO, and the bezel side art.
Where are you seeing that, Dave?
Well, it's on this phone.
Oh,
No,
okay. I thought you were saying in the IRC chat.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought so too.
No, it's my friend, and he's like, I want to donate the Anteater board, but I want it working by Grinkfest.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element?
Sorry, it was a conversation with one of the staff members. Yeah, I wanted to
Lulu Dallas, multi-card.
Like the Fifth Element.
So Mock, are you going to ask him who's going to be staffing this year?
No.
But like something like wacky like that.
I'm trying to get rid of my creepy guy card.
No, I'm asking.
He's totally like distracted. Right? Oh
no.
Hey, Steve, is Amber coming back this year?
Amber.
No
I
mercy.
think Amber hasn't actually worked here for 2 years, but Grinkfest 4, she came back to work just for Grinkfest, and then Grinkfest 5, she came back to work just for Grinkfest. So we've invited her back for Grinkfest 6, and she said she'd let us know.
Our tipping is legendary.
That's right.
No, the tips are pretty good, then.
Well, I'm out. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop the mic.
Yeah. Drop the soundboard.
Yeah. Oh.
Every time I put the headset on,
I hope we don't get flagged.
I know.
I thought about that too. We may actually have to end up backing in and muting some of it.
But it is like, I don't know, like 20 hertz quality.
It is. It's super low quality, and as long as we're talking over it,
yeah,
I think that it's okay. But there's been some silences where it's been like
right now as it's getting much louder.
But it hasn't gone on for like more than 10 seconds.
Would that be the worst thing in the world, though? I mean,
not really.
Well, we don't monetize the show anyway, right?
Yeah, but they still get flagged.
Yeah, and then it comes down to the artist, the original owner, if they're willing to allow it or not. Apparently, whatever they played on the other show, they didn't like it, so they took it down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still feeding on that.
Yeah.
I got a little of it.
What other show?
Right, exactly. There are no other shows. Good job.
Yeah. The only shows that exist are the ones that have women on them.
That's right.
I know what you're talking about.
Did you guys like my idea with the props that we would be wearing that we were talking about? I was actually about 65% serious too.
Well, Andrew's got a prop in the background he's still yet to wear.
Oh, did it arrive?
Yeah, we're not there yet tonight.
We'll get on that.
Keep drinking.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not a Guinness.
I had to lay off the beer. I had too much beer this fucking weekend.
I know the feeling.
We're doing some kind of cranberry.
I was gonna say, it looks like cranberry juice.
Vodka cranberry now, huh?
Yeah. That'll get you in trouble too.
That's some dark cranberry.
So, Mock, you got a new addition to your game room, I take it?
It's just cranberry.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. No.
I mix it with a little bit of agave.
Oh. That makes sense.
Sorry, Mock.
Oh no, I got an arcade game that just keeps on giving for that kegerator, a big kegerator system. So I'm gonna probably test it out tomorrow or the next day. I ordered some beer for it.
Nice.
And I'll probably clean out.
Jack's got a big old boner.
Right? Oh, I know.
That's a pretty good deal, though, right?
That is why I like can't get one because it'll just be bad news.
Like,
you'll fall asleep with like a straw.
I couldn't pass up that deal though. $100 for one.
Yeah.
I mean, those usually run. That particular one is like almost $500. So
wow.
Nice. How big of a cake can you get in there? Like a full one or just
half up to a half keg.
That's not enough for you, is it?
It's huge. Yeah.
Well, for one show, that should be close to enough. Might need.
I want to say roughly the number is like 30 days if you keep it on CO2.
Yeah, they said a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the weird thing is I went to Bevmo to check out what they had available, and I found it interesting that for their half cakes, that's probably what I'll throw in it, or maybe a quarter cake. The prices were the same across the board almost. Like, okay, if I get Pacifico, $109. If I get Modern Times, $109. It didn't matter. It was. You think it'd be like different prices for different beers.
All right, Pliny, the younger it is.
Yeah.
It was kind of
the Pacifico is the same price as anything from Modern Times. That's insane.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Yeah. So I could get I could get one or the other. I mean, it doesn't matter. Same price for the beer. So I don't know. I didn't know it was like that for store owners that have kegs. You know. So I don't know. Pretty cool.
So Steve, has there been any Idaho? Steve, has there been any couple games recently you've been playing a lot more? Like the new additions or ones you're trying to get better at?
You know if Man is coming? Is he
Yes.
registered?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He is coming?
Yep.
Oh, cool. All right, good.
Mike Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love Man Oh Man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
Man
guy.
is great.
I hug him
Cool
a lot
glasses,
when I
dude.
see.
Yeah, I love Man Man.
I wish
Oh,
we all wore glasses.
I got some RC stuff from Man Oh Man. He's great, and he broke the treadmill when I was there.
Oh yes.
Oh, it was the best because me and him and Bet's like got the weights and he's looking at the mirror. Then we talked about it after, and Bet's doing some posing. He's like, "What did you think about that?" I go, "I don't know. I guess I'm not a workout guy." Yeah, he was a lot of posing, and it was fucking funny shit. Me and Man Oh Man were dying after talking about it.
Awful.
I got a good life.
I've been playing a lot of looping.
Ah.
Yeah, looping is a really hard game, but I really enjoy playing it. Yeah,
it's very hard.
Yeah, and you're not going to play. I mean, the nice part about looping is you can drop a quarter, and there's no way you're going to spend more than like 5 minutes playing it, right? So
yeah, good point. And there's no continue either, right?
Nah, it's just like bam. So if I really want to like play a game the best I can, I only have like 5 minutes to play. Looping is the game I go to. And then Gravatar, I still play a lot of Gravatar. I love Gravatar. I'd like to be a lot better at Gravatar than I am.
Can you get to those levels where you can't see anything?
I've been to the invisible level, but I die like immediately because I don't know the levels enough to be able to see them when I can't see them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Those guys that can, I mean, there's that Cax video of that one guy playing Gravatar, and he just goes through all those invisible levels like crazy. And I'm like, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Gravatar is a game that is like you have to study, and so I really like it. So I've been playing that, and I do try and study it, and I try and get a little bit better. Every month I try and get a little bit better. So one day, hopefully, I'll be in a position where I can, do all that. So we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah, I find it I call it the meditative game. Like it shares the cabinet with my Black Widow, so it depends on who's in there. But when I have Gravatar in, that'll be the one that who's in there. When I have Gravatar in, that's the one I'll play like before I go to bed, because it's almost like kind of calming. Like you don't have a lot of shit coming at you. with a lot of these games, it's, you have all the enemies and all these things that are coming at you, but that one, it's much more calm in a, I'm about to die kind of a way.
Yeah.
And I have not even come close to touching the invisible level. So yeah, that's probably a whole different level of anxiety. I'm not so meditative.
I think it was like the first Grinkfest that Gravatar was in the main tournament. Yep, and no one could touch Steve's score. I mean, like, not even close. I was like, Jesus, how do you get that far in that? I think everybody else getting like 5,000 or so. You're getting like 20 or I don't remember. It was a lot further. I don't remember the numbers now, but I was like, how's that even possible?
There's a local that is better than me. It drives me crazy. I don't know who it is. I'm trying to find out who it is. I hate that guy though.
Yeah.
So Steve, the 8-bit pit, aka
the Drewster,
is asking if you've ever played Pulsar, that little mini tank game with a maze that changes, and you got to get the keys and get to the gate.
Oh, that was at CAX this year.
Yeah, I think Kaylin brought it.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
I like that game a lot. So you haven't played that one before, Steve?
I have not played it, but Pulsar's got really cool art too. So I like the color scheme and all the whole art package on it. I really think is pretty cool. So Pulsar is definitely on my short list. So I would really, Pulsar is up there. There's a lot of games I don't have. I mean, you guys found that out last week. You were brainstorming on like, hey, what doesn't he have? It was really weird. Some of the games you guys came up with were like wacko. I was like, wow, that's like not wacko, but wacky. And I was like, wow, I never would have thought of that one. I did have a couple. I had a couple. I bought. This is like some weird like drinkers almost history for you guys. I bought 2 ski balls. The original ski balls. The full length ones, not the short ones. I wanted to put them over there. But the problem with skee ball is it's like I can put a skee ball there or I could put 8 arcade games.
Yeah.
And so it's that decision is clear. So as much as skee ball is cool and I enjoyed skee ball when I was a kid, it just doesn't work out like it just doesn't work out. So if we ever move to like a 20,000 square foot facility or something, it'd be really cool to have like a line of skee balls.
Right next to a roller rink.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And a DJ and all that.
Hell yeah.
The place I played skee ball at when I was a kid was called Castle Golf in Sherman Oaks, California. And they had they had an arcade that was probably, I don't know, it was a good-sized arcade, and there was like 15 skee balls along this wall. And I spent a lot of time on those skee balls. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, space wasn't an issue. We totally have a skee ball here for sure.
Mm-hmm. I love that space is an issue. I gotta say.
Well,
but you're right. You're right. I've been to a couple parties that have had actually just the same place twice that had one of the full length ski balls. Just one. I mean, you kind of need them in a pair. You can't just have one. But it was a riot because there's like 5 or 6 of us, and we were there like the whole night. He had a great collection, but we were there the whole night, like me and like 4 or 5 other Minnesota dudes, and we were just going for high scores and drinking beer, and it was a freaking riot. It was awesome.
Didn't John from John's Arcade say that that's what his biggest moneymaker is?
He told me that.
Yeah, he did.
They said they paid for themselves in a week.
Doesn't surprise me, really.
I mean, granted, if it was like at a brewery, I mean, I'd rock a skee ball. Like, you'd be like, "Oh shit, let's do this."
It's so easy. You can do it one-handed, and everyone knows the game. It's approachable by anyone.
Yeah. And it's just the sound the balls make when they roll down the wooden ball.
Oh god,
I love that.
That's a great sound.
Rock.
But I remember the ones like Fun Spot's cool, but I like the ones with the LED, like Showbiz Pizza. Like that was my era.
The little red like siren at the top if you get the high score.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Steve
all the
would
other
have
ones
one.
are short.
Steve could have one. Then when you get the siren, you get a free beer.
I want Steve to get a rocket fire explosion.
Longer than 10 feet. Yeah.
To get
Almost
a rocket
all,
fire
like,
explosion in the back.
Oh my god, I would love that. There's that place in Arkansas. That's that one that I was looking at. I mean, it's not as cool as the original because in Showbiz it was all separated. The curtains would open up for each act, and then they would all open up. I mean, it was like Disney-esque. You know, it was amazing. I don't know if you guys, anyone go to Showbiz here?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The documentary is amazing.
The documentary is amazing.
But it brings back so many memories. Like just sitting there eating pizza. Like I was playing games and we'd eat there, and then my dad would laugh because they'd be telling jokes, and the thing would open up, and Showbiz. I don't know what the ones you went to. They also had the bar area. Like it had the big screen with the 3-color lights, and there was a cocktail table. It was like a separate area. Like my Showbiz had that, the stage area, the arcade, and like the pair. Oh, we're over in the bar area. Well, it wasn't. They didn't have a bar, but it was like the adult area. Like there was no games. It just besides a cocktail table.
All I have memories of is Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know if it used to be a Showbiz before that. It very well could have been, but Chuck E. Cheese when it was still like freaking all arcade and not, you know, what it is today. You know, they still had the animatronics in the show, and then it became the zoo, and then it became Rock City Pizza and something else, and then it was gone.
I mean, I went when they still had the balls and that game Shoot Away, which was it's not shootout. It was Shoot Away with the shotgun
the trap shooting.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, we had one of those too, and then they had one of these really cool air compressed cannon games where you'd shoot like these little stuffed animal things that would get knocked down, and they were powerful. It was like.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those. Yeah, you could rotate them, and then
yeah.
They go funk, funk.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, stuffed animal pillow things that you knock.
Yeah.
Yep. They have like fuzzy.
I played it
here.
No, it's like the old school. You do that with a baseball or whatever. I have kids, little kids, so we do that stuff. The arcades in Canada, right over in Niagara Falls, they still have a bunch of that stuff. And they have the old shooting gallery with the lights and the guy playing the piano.
Yeah.
And like the skulls that go up, and you hit the cans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, those were some good times.
You're holding it wrong, Gak.
Those are great.
Feel free to share those pictures. I was joking with Steve Grinkers a couple days ago, saying like, do I look official like I could be an arcade operator?
Yeah.
He's holding it by the tip, the soldering iron.
Nice. It's a stock photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stock photos really do.
Yes, that's right. That was the motivation of that.
Yeah, hold it like a pencil.
Yeah.
Then turn it on. Yeah. Yeah, right.
People in chat are talking about the songs that come up at.
Yeah.
This is totally not gonna.
Benatar's a hobby.
Yeah.
So anyone that's tuning in now, enjoy this because it is not going up after.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, we're running it flat, but that's all right.
Maybe
This will
we'll
be the mystery.
Maybe
this will
tonight. I think.
Well, this will motivate people to tune in and watch live and participate in the chat.
Just in
Which has
case
got to
it
be
gets
more
flagged.
fun.
Yeah, this will be a lost episode.
139, the lost episode. We should just name it that right now. Yeah.
Get wasted.
I see that Steve is suffering the Hangout curse. All of his games are now broken.
Yeah, they all shut down at the same time.
Imagine that.
It's the curse. It's the curse.
Oh, they're off.
What time does he close on the weekday?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
That's right.
Normal closing for us out there.
Oh man,
that's right, the time
5 weeks, right?
Yes.
I love it when we shut the place down. That's the best.
I love all those extra red lights behind you, Steve. That's just a land of promise and hope.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's right.
But you don't want to see those when you're really wasted. They're the worst for spins.
Hey, but you guys, have you ever been? Me and my cousin Brian, at whatever, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were the only people in the arcade on Sunday. There was the bartender and me and him.
You said it, brother.
Oh, it was great. There was nobody. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. There was nobody. You guys went to dinner.
Yeah.
Then Brian and I came back to the arcade after hanging with Leo because we couldn't get out. And Steve was asleep or whatever he was doing, which he should have been. And then I was like, dude, we're the only people in here. This is crazy. It was fun, though. I loved it.
So during the week, Grinkers closes at 11. Is that right?
10 on weekdays.
10. Oh, okay. So you can get home at a decent hour.
Dave, who are you wrestling for the WWE title?
Huh?
Who are you wrestling for the WWE title?
What are you talking about, Ken House? Oh,
No,
Dave
I'm
looks like a
looking at your-
WWE super.
Yeah, with your glasses.
Oh, I just feel like doing it. I'm having fun. You know,
He's a
tomorrow
completely different person as soon as he puts the glasses on.
I got little kids, and tomorrow I got to go meet their teachers with Bud Light and Parliament breath.
Oh,
The ultimate combo.
Like I said, I'll keep your meetings short.
Yeah.
Well, they start school tomorrow. Just be I walking in and later I'm the dad. See ya.
I'm the sperm donor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Half their DNA. That's from me.
No.
So I think speaking of new stuff, Dave, I've got big delivery coming tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me have a teaser right here. Who else has got a fire escape marquee right next to them? You might get one of these.
Come on.
Or wait a minute. Who's got 2 fire escape marquees next to them?
Who?
Within reaching distance.
I saw somebody post recently. Was it Phoenix Arcade that they're working on repro CPOs?
The CPOs are already reproed by this old game. They threw them on eBay, and I saw them. I have to get the bezel reproed. I have a couple good. I'm running out of like ones that don't have a ton of flaking. It's just random. I don't know, whatever. Maybe where they moisture or whatever. I guess I'm going to have to go with Rich. I mean, there's nothing against Rich. I was just trying to do it. I sent an email to someone else and never got a response. But Rich has already got the CPO. So I think somebody I sold one of the games to got him to repro because he wanted a perfect one and his wasn't. It was just a quick grab. But I'm excited for you, Andrew. Good luck with those.
Yeah, thanks. I am excited as well.
I tried to go to my storage unit today and wrap one to a guy from England, and then there's a little O-ring. England, good one. That goes on the only solenoid that's in there and I'm like, I had one left, and I'm like, I can't wrap it. I got to give this, and I can't because I had to go back to the hardware store to use that as a match to get more. And I'm like, I can't put the only one I have, so I had to leave because the guy from England, I want him to have all the parts because it's gonna be a bitch for for him to get another one. Or well, he can get an O-ring, but why reinvent the wheel? I already have one. I just want to put it on there like this works.
Now, so. Are they labeled from the outside through the wrapping, or we need to tell which number?
They are totally. If you still have the everything is super labeled. It has the serial number and which one's the empty cabinet and who's getting what. Like if you guys already decided free in advance.
Yeah.
But the empty cabinet's got all the parts in it.
Right. Okay.
Like I even wrapped one of the glass bezels because you're gonna laugh. I mean. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. But now I use Carrie's pink blanket.
Oh, that means I'll have 2 of Carrie's blankets here.
Yeah, one of the pink blanket that she wrapped the Tron in. I wrapped the, with duct tape. It's crazy, but all the parts are in the empty cabinet for everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no sweat. Yeah. It's cool. I played it yesterday, and because somebody was saying, "What's your high score?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I never play this thing," But I've been too busy. Who farted?
It was I. Right there it is.
It was I.
That's pretty good. That's what I thought you said. Yeah, you did it pretty good.
So, did I miss something? Steve started talking about Man Oh Man. Then he talked about looping. Was there a tie-in there somewhere? Did I miss it?
I think he really likes Man Oh Man. I like him too. I hug that guy. Love that guy.
Yes.
Man Oh Man is loopy. No, wait.
Steve, have you ever gotten to the end of looping where it's the end where you hit the tip in there?
I don't know.
Where it starts all over? So. Okay.
No, where it starts all over, I have not. No. Have you?
Okay. Not without cheating.
How do you cheat?
Save states and MAME.
He's
just because I wanted to see what was next.
Yeah, no, I've never done that. I can get like to the 3rd screen or the 4th screen or something, and then that's it.
Game's brutal.
It is
brutally hard.
Stupid, worthless.
And that's all.
That's it?
Oh. For now. I didn't want to...
Forgot ugly, lazy, and disrespectful. Shut up, bitch! Go fix me a turkey pot pie.
What about you, Dad?
What about you?
PB&J with the crust cut off.
Should edit that together with
you dick.
All right then.
I was listening to
No, you weren't.
Well, sometimes. I was listening to old Arcade Outsiders, and they were talking about Weird Science. Do you remember the Weird Science spin-off TV series that was like on USA Network?
Oh, that wasn't too long ago though, was it? That wasn't.
It's 90s or early 90s, maybe. Anybody?
I watched it.
I remember.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is the guy that played Wyatt spent the night in my apartment in Queens. We were drinking from that USA series. We were drinking in Central Park, and then my roommate had friends in from Atlanta, and his friends were smoking. That's the only reason he came with us, because the girl was beautiful. So he was hanging out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't watch the show, but I was thought about that the other day. I'm like, yeah, I just crashed in my shitty ass apartment in Astoria, Queens.
Wow, that's interesting. That's pretty random.
Totally random. I'm gonna put his picture in the chat.
Yeah. So the girl was with him. Was the girl from the show, or he was just with a hot girl?
No. The only reason because my roommate, he had 2 friends that were girls, and one of them was smoking. So he was hanging around us to be with her. He didn't get anywhere. I made out with her. That was about it. That's all I got. Yeah. That was good. I don't think I could have. I don't think my brain at that time could have handled if we had sex because she was too hot. I think I would have exploded.
Dave would just pass out.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can't do this. This isn't supposed to happen. Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder who played Lisa.
Woo! Oh, did he unplug his? Oh, there.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, oh.
We get to see the
that was like
resistor, whatever that is there.
Yeah.
Huh?
What is Steve's picture?
So to someone who's never done a cap kit, that is a hot.
A hot. Okay, got it. Which is it stands for something. I know that much.
Actually, that's a bottle cap transistor there.
Yeah,
oh.
Transistor. Although hots are often
hots are transistors.
So what does hot stand for? I know it's
horizontal output transistor.
There we go. Horizontal output.
Hunk. What's the O?
Clearly, you guys know I have soldering skills. You saw my picture.
Yeah, right. Those were
Thank you.
There it is.
Oh,
got
did I
the
miss?
tally
Did I
going.
miss? I missed
Shot
shot
number
number 3. Damn it!
You can't go back.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. I'll never. This will be lost to history.
So Gak, I got your
Used condoms.
Ooh, nice.
Your used condoms are here.
All right.
That was a big package delivery, huh?
This is 2 hours each to burn for the RetroPie. But it's ready to go, so I just got to ship it over to you.
Nice, thank you.
So yeah, let me know. Hopefully your controller will work with it.
Yeah.
Just send me an SD card and I'll burn you the same thing I have.
I got to ask you a question. All right, if let's say a previous customer purchased the pumpkin animation, they can't find the DVD. would you do them a deal on the next year?
No, it's for you. I'll just bring one. I have a few here left. I'll bring them over.
Will you bring one for me?
Yeah,
I'll let you know. I probably will find it. If I find it, I won't take it from you. But dude, did I tell you it was such a hit that I had 0 trick-or-treaters, and the neighbors thought it was cool. They came over and looked at it.
Yeah, that's like the same here. Since I moved, I don't get any trick-or-treaters, so there's no point in setting up anymore.
Well, I left my kids to go back. I was all excited. I went with them for 40 minutes. I go, I gotta go back. I want to see. And the neighbor, oh my god, this is amazing. Like nobody's got this in fucking Tonawanda, New York. That these pumpkins are singing. I got all this shit, and I come back, and I'm like, my wife comes back like 30 minutes later. How many did you get? I go 0. Nobody.
Now we get to eat all this candy, dear.
Yeah, out of popular demand, I'm going to be making the new one this year is going to be Highway to Hell from ACD. I've got so many requests for that. But I'm listening to the song and I can barely understand what the guy's saying because the way he sings out.
Oh my god, that would drive me crazy.
Highway to Hell. Yeah, I got to understand that part.
Yeah,
it's the lyric. I'm gonna have to get a lyric sheet and try to figure out what he's saying and mouth.
Right, that should take some of the pressure off of getting the
yeah, I just
exactly
have it do
right.
this constantly.
So, yeah.
For like guitar tabs and stuff, like to play it. It's got the lyrics. Hey Jim, is there a sloth mask?
Not that I don't know. Maybe probably.
Well, my daughter, we were at the Halloween store. She's like, "Is there a sloth mask?" I'm like, "I don't know. I know a guy who might know."
Yeah, off the top of my head,
I bet they were made back when Goonies came out, but I doubt. It's hard to find old masks.
Dude, I love those old rubber masks.
Yeah.
Baby.
So, Mock, I thought of a good song for you to put into your pumpkins one year.
Okay, what?
From Hocus Pocus, I Put a Spell on You.
Oh, Hocus Pocus. You mean the guys that do Focus? That's that girl?
No.
You.
Or are you talking?
Spell on you.
Now
you're mine.
Now.
Talking about from the movie Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Oh.
What about that song from the Lost Boys? I just heard that.
I love the Lost Boys soundtrack. I used to have it on cassette. It was clear.
The kids in the chorus, yeah. Thou shalt not.
Oh, yes.
I just watched that movie like a night or two ago. Yeah.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh god, I something believe. I'm gonna find that right now.
Dude, and you can have like one of them playing the
theater
saxophone, like the.
Oh yes. Oh, good one.
Somebody made a fan edit made a fake video from clips of Lost Boys with the Cry Little Sister video, song.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but it's pretty cool.
Somebody posted a Amazon link to the sloth mask.
Oh no,
I'm not.
I'm gonna have to click on it, Gleek.
Oh yeah, Gleek did it. Gleek did
Oh
it. Yeah.
God.
There you go.
Oh.
I kind of like
Hey, you guys.
Wait, did you look out like one nostril and the other eye? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You don't-
and then there's like another one that's like cheaper.
You don't.
And it's
You
like
only
all
have-
jacked up, the hair on top. On the lower
Oh,
lip.
I gotta get this. How much is this fucking thing?
How about the
my
one with the
God.
pirate hat? There's a pirate
Yeah,
hat one.
Oh,
Not
God.
you.
I'm big enough now where I could probably pull sloth off.
Dude, that's
It's really long link, but I posted a link of the
This is
other
a
one.
teeth
The
in
freaking hair. Like a reject of the sloth mask.
All right, I'm gonna buy this. I'm buying sloth mask right now.
Formed sloth.
Uh-oh, another drunken purchase.
I was about to say
Right
this. Yeah, this is
What shows up on 34K's porch this week?
No, you gotta wear that and
Put
the
the
Devo
mouse
helmet
down.
on top.
I am
Sloth
not
with the
picking on
Devo
anything.
helmet.
And
Oh,
it
wait a
shows
minute.
up at work
There's
and
one for $9.98. This one's.
And you have to put sunglasses on too.
Wait, did you guys click on this?
And it's just one
There's
eye.
one for-
Just the one eye. Yeah.
There's
The other
one
one's
for
exposed.
$9.98.
Yeah, that's a really crappy knockoff one.
Yes.
Yeah, but it works. I either spend fucking 50 or 10.
That'll be dark. Yeah,
30.
that one's gonna fucking.
Get the one with the pirate hat.
Yeah, that was like $48.
I know, what a ripoff.
Which one should I buy?
Let's all get one. We all have to wear it for one show.
Oh, fuck.
This is only 10.
How about the?
Is it that bad?
Hey, check out that honey badger mask. That's pretty weird
Oh
too.
no. Where the fuck? Where
That's
are
so
these?
weird.
There's too many links being posted.
Yes.
Look
Which
at
one's
all.
the honey badger?
Well, which one should I get? Ooh, the pirate hat
Get
one?
the good one.
Oh, it's 50. I don't know. The first one was the best, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get the
that
50.
first one was really good.
Yeah, this one, the pirate hat one scares the shit out of me. Wait, what's all right? So is this
That
the
one on
first
eBay
one?
is pretty good too.
Oh no, there it is. Oh god, that one's horrible. This one that Gak posted, that one looks.
Yes.
Oh,
This is awful.
no, that's like a real person. That's freaking me out. I can't even.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's really
Alright.
skinny in the face.
Yeah, that was not right. But I'm fat enough. I think I gotta buy the.
Do the first one.
So we might have lost Steve there. So if he doesn't come back on,
Thanks, Steve.
for hanging out with us tonight, Steve. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah. Looking forward to shitting on your couch in about 5 weeks.
Oh.
Whoa, damn.
Wait, what?
Steve's got a couch?
You shit on my couch. Do you remember that?
You shit on my house.
No,
Yeah.
somebody. It was Gleek. There was something about like
Oh yeah.
taking a dump on his couch.
Sorry.
And they're
Sorry,
breaking the
we
couches.
completely ruined Gak's joke.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, the best jokes are the ones you have to explain.
Yeah.
They really are. Those are my favorite.
Very tasty and delicious.
Yeah.
You gotta. So that's the one you follow up with. You shit on my house.
That's
All right, I just bought the sloth mask.
Oh, nice. That first one.
Really?
Yeah, that one.
$10 creepy one.
So, well, what's my outfit gonna be? You have to.
Well, the pirate outfit would have been awesome. You can still do the pirate
the
outfit.
Superman shirt.
Yeah, Superman.
Oh my god,
Suspenders.
that's right.
Yeah.
And suspenders.
Oh my god, that's great. And I'm so fat right now. It's gonna look great,
Excellent. Yeah,
dude.
totally.
I'm gonna be rocking. I can't wait for that. Oh, give me a Superman shirt, Jim. You tell me which one to buy. And I need a double XL. Or no, it should be tight, right? So it's got to be an XL because it looks tight on him. It's gonna. For one time, I want my fat gut to show.
Let me present here. Screen share. There we go. Here,
that one.
Here you go. This one right here.
All right, Jim.
Sleeveless.
Red suspenders and Superman shirt with the sleeves cut off.
And I need the hat.
Yeah,
right?
you don't have to have the hat, but yeah, it's
No, the hat makes the outfit.
But my problem is my head is so big. But I need. All right, Jim.
Well, you can have that. You can have that mask.
Yeah, and if
so
you
it'll
go
be
to,
perched on top of that. You can just squish it on.
Go to like any of the cheapo Halloween superstores.
Yeah.
They'll have
All right, Jim. But I want you to find the Superman shirt and get me suspenders. And what pants does he have on? I'm recreating this whole scene. If I just spent $50 on the mask, I'm gonna be the fucking perfect sloth.
They just look like they're not. I don't think they're camo, but they look like just like workers' pants. You know, like I don't know. Yeah, you could
just
probably wear
jeans. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
it's
Oh my god, I can't wait. No, I want to represent.
Shit.
Well, now you better get the $50 one if you're all into it. Like you sound like you are.
I already bought it. It's shipped. I just did it.
It's over. It's coming.
It's done.
Bonus.
It's coming.
All right.
Halloween episode. I'm gonna wear it.
Nice.
whole
Actually, yeah.
episode.
Halloween is Wednesday, so we'll have a Halloween episode.
Oh my god, I'll be off the next day. I can sleep the whole day.
Oh,
I took off.
wow, that sounds dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, Steve's back.
Ah,
great. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Steve, I just bought a $50 sloth mask.
Dildo.
A sloth dildo. Hey, guys.
Hey,
I'm gonna watch Lost Boys.
that was that intentional or not? I'm thinking that looks like crock shot number 4.
Pretty sure that's
Damn
number
it.
4. That's gotta be 4.
Hey, you know what? This is a good idea. No one's watching this shit. I got to get all this shit, and I'm gonna bring it to Greekers and walk out in the back of Sloth.
Oh no!
You're gonna like terrorize some poor soul. That's
no.
I will
That's a
get
bad
the
idea.
Superman shirt and just come out in the back and start playing games as Sloth. Will that not be funny? That's funny shit.
Actually,
No,
this
that is-
Steve,
that-
you just have to cut the sleeves off.
You know,
You gotta
we
find
had
the dark one.
What do you think?
What-
I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
the
you know,
outfit to Greekers, and it's gonna be hilarious. I'm just gonna walk around as Sloth, like just Saturday night.
We had the donkey head, so you know.
Oh yeah, that's
You're right.
Jack's horse head.
Yes, the horse head.
The unicorn.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you think? Should I walk around as Sloth at Grinkers on Friday or Saturday night?
Only if you do it the whole time.
Yeah.
You have to drink through that mask.
Oh my God! Yeah,
With a
no.
straw
It'll be really hot.
Oh yeah, the nose. 2 straws going up the nose.
You don't. No. I'm gonna do this shit, even if it's for like an
Dave,
hour. That's
Dave,
funny
here,
shit.
I-
Right there.
Buy this shirt that I just posted a link to, and then cut the sleeves off because it's you need one there's so many that are too light.
No,
that
I
aren't
agree
dark
with
enough.
you. You need dark.
Yeah, it's almost like a navy.
Yeah,
that's-
and
that's
it's
an
tough
old
to
school.
find like the actual.
Wait, where'd you
Maybe
post
there
the
is.
link?
Oh, here we go. Never mind. In our own chat. Hang on, I just
Oh,
found
all
a better one. Don't ignore that one.
All right, put it. Wait. Jim, you have till tomorrow. I don't have to do it this.
Oh,
second.
I'm not gonna fuck with this tomorrow.
All right.
Although we wait until next week, then you can be the
There,
drunk
fucking A, this-
purchase
oh,
again
lots of
next week.
boys.
Since
God
it
damn it,
apparently
I
is
hate
one a
that.
week.
Yeah.
I hate that when that happens.
This one,
No.
$18. Yeah, that blue is a
Boys, I
weird
don't want
blue.
boys. Yeah, it's too light. Yeah.
We need the dark blue.
What's this one? Ooh. All these are boys. Fuck that. I want a men's. Dave needs a boys.
Dude, I'm gonna rock Sloth like there's no tomorrow. I cannot wait.
Goals.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have the weirdest stuff show up in my searches later. I'm gonna go, pop onto Yahoo or
I can't believe I just bought
Facebook,
a
and I'm gonna
Sloth
have all these
mask.
latex masks showing up. And it's like, get the fuck out. I'm gonna think of you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Right? Thanks to all the cookies on my computer.
Jim, you get me my outfit. I want suspenders. I want the pants. And I want the shirt.
You'll get nothing and like it, Mister.
Yeah, I need to memorize that quote better.
Dude, I'm gonna be rocking that sloth with this gut.
Cheeseburger. I want a hot dog. I want a milkshake. I want potato
You'll
chip.
get nothing and like it.
I love that. Love and like it.
I want suspenders. No, I want red ones. I want a
Superman shirt. No, a darker one. Oh, there's some crazy links that you posted there, Gak. Good.
Damn it. They wouldn't load.
Yeah.
I give up. They probably shouldn't have loaded anyways, to be honest.
Nope.
There's some stuff you wouldn't want to see, I think.
On this show, we've seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Care Bears. All I gotta say.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings back memories.
That was funny. Yeah. The skydiving.
Googly eyes.
Yeah.
Memories of when we were under episode 25.
Yeah. We've grown up so much. It's kind of sad. It's fun when we have one of our old shit shows when everybody's drunk and, you know.
Oh, if you're not, you got some catching up to do.
Yeah. Sadly, I have a meeting first thing in the morning with my new boss. So
that one that I just posted is distressed, but that one actually looks like the right color blue at least.
Yeah, I've just been Google imaging it, but then I end up finding ones. I'm like, that's it, and then it's like UK.
Right.
But yeah, that is pretty close.
If you look at the one that
it could be weathered.
The picture actually looks like his is a little bit weathered too, so it doesn't look totally wrong.
Just put the straps in front of the wear marks. You'll barely see them.
Yeah. No, I think you could totally do
Dave,
that.
are you a XL or double XL? Is he still here? Sorry, I'm looking at Amazon.
Either smoking or peeing, one of the two.
Because they don't
clean
have
up at the same time.
Ooh. You could do it at the same time.
You can do this. I've done it at the same time.
Those are two one-handed operations.
I was walking to Trader Joe's today on my lunch hour because this is gonna get flagged anyway, so it doesn't matter. No, it's just, this was kind of a first for me. So I was walking to Trader Joe's on my lunch hour to pick up because I'd get a bunch of salads for the day, and so I'm walking along minding my own business, and I see, and there's an area where I don't work in a real great neighborhood, but it's one area in particular that's a little rougher than some of the other areas, and that's saying a lot. And so I'm walking along and I see guys facing traffic, and there's a bunch of folks behind him, and some people who maybe have some substance use issues. That's what we call it now. So he's facing traffic, and I'm seeing splashing, and then I realize that he's facing traffic on a very busy street in San Francisco, peeing, and he's flapping it around. And I was just, and I will just throw this out here too. That was the first time I ever saw a black person's penis in person. So it was just like, and it took me a minute to be like, that splashing kind of looks like it would be pee, but it wouldn't be pee. Someone peeing facing.
So you
traffic.
instantly orgasmed, or what happened?
Oh God, you should end the show.
It was just like so surprising because it's like I never thought that like
more like
peeing,
this.
and because he was peeing and flapping it at the same time, so it's kind of going everywhere, and I was like, I guess I never really thought about the ability to do that. It was all just kind of mind blowing, obviously, because I'm still, like, I felt the need to bring it up. We can cut this part out when we do the RL.
Yeah, so we're here every week, folks.
That's going to get us like 5,000 subscribers.
At least.
Carrie's golden shower.
Do that. I was on the sidewalk, nowhere near the spray of it, but that was interesting. I don't think he was circumcised.
Like, this is fun.
a little fun fact, a little PS.
Yeah, a little fun fact. I don't think he was circumcised.
Did you just say a P?
Flappy skin.
Yeah.
Let's hope your new boss isn't here this show. Oh, wait, it's being taken off here right away.
Yeah, exactly. No chance of that.
Harry, I put a link there in the chat and in the IRC there. Was that him?
Oh no,
I'm not clicking that.
Wait, is this the guy that was like getting arrested?
Oh yeah, this one's a classic.
So gross.
Yeah,
it's like a steady stream, like
a drinking fountain.
He's letting loose.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Perfect parabola out from his belt line, hands behind his back. So guys, we don't even need hands as long as they have a big enough target space. We don't need hands. So you have a smoke and do whatever your text and go.
And then when you're done, you do the twist.
Just shaking it off. All right, so we're done tonight, I think.
All right, we're done at 350 degrees.
All right,
I should have told my
Steve,
arcade
thanks for
repair
coming
story.
on, hanging out with us. And
I had arcade news too, but that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you say anything?
If you say it,
why? Because no one asked. It was like the great.
Well, we didn't know.
If you guys want to keep talking, we can keep talking. But
we'll save it.
I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
I'd love to hear.
I'm not done.
One Piece story.
I just got 2 more beers.
Apparently.
You never know what to expect
That's
with us on the
1.5.
Hangout. So.
See how much fun we have. This is what we do at Grinkers.
Can't wait.
All right, so Carrie, go ahead, take us out tonight.
Me? Oh heavens!
why
You
not?
trust me to talk again after that? Well,
You can't wait.
You don't know what I'll come up with next.
Yeah.
And so a giant thanks to Idaho Farmer, to Steve from Grinkers for joining us tonight. Where he's always invited and welcome, but we know you live a super busy life. We're very excited to get a chance to see you in person and get hugs. That's going to be wonderful, and who knows, maybe we'll see you on the show again before then. But yes, a big thank you for our special guest. That makes this a special show, even though it'll probably get ripped off the air. Thank you for all of our live viewers who are going to be the only ones who can tell the story of, what they heard today and about the expansions at Grinkers and the flappy penises and and things like that, because this show will probably get flagged. So many thanks for all of you, and for those of you who threw out questions for Steve. We look forward to seeing you next week, where we continue to be the world's longest continuous
live
podcast show with 200% more girls than the other guys.
Take that. All right, I got it all queued.
All right.
Let's do
All
this.
right.
All right. In line of what we just talked about.